As we investigate the education system in the Elizabethan era, we learn about how school was becoming more popular, who would attend it, and what a typical day would be like.
The school day started around 6 in the morning and ended at 11 a.m. for lunch. Then it would resume for afternoon classes at 1 p.m. and end around 4 or 5. During the winter, the school day would be reduced in length by an hour due to the lack of light. These accommodations were similar to those of Shakespeare when he was writing his plays, because he would use the free light in pubs. In addition to the reduced hours in the winter, students were normally dismissed early on Thursday and Saturday afternoons. However, the school year was very difficult as the only holidays were Easter and Christmas.
A typical school week in the Elizabethan era will be similar to the following. Monday will be an evaluation based on the sermon that happened on Sunday. Tuesday to Thursday is learning from the traditional curriculum. Friday is when most examinations along with punishments would occur. And on Sunday they would learn catechism and arithmetic.
The majority of children were focused on their family and church and the work at their farm or workshop. However, the Renaissance rapidly spread ideas across the continent, including the idea that a society could be improved if it had a systematic education to provide learning to children at a young age.
Formal education was offered to almost everyone. However, only those able to afford it were able to attend. Regardless of this, far fewer girls attended school, and it was much harder to receive an education if the family of the student wasn't noble.
Similarly, in Shakespeare's biography, after his father's societal status dropped because of occupation issues, Shakespeare dropped out of school due to his disrespectful family name. There were dam schools, which offered education to children aged 5 to 7, teaching the basics of the English language and the principles of the church. On top of that, they were taught etiquette and how to behave properly. Then, from the ages 7 to 14, children attended grammar schools, and at the time, this education became extremely formal, even though there was no compulsory curriculum or solidified national education system.
However, far fewer Elizabethans attended university, mainly because of cost, but also because education was seen as something that builds a career instead of the purpose of knowledge itself. Therefore, women weren't present because working outside the home was considered immoral.
In addition, it was normal for there to be situations of competition between students, with punishment and humiliation as a consequence. The rewards would be a higher class in society, a half day off for the class, or time during class to misrule and have freedom. The students were also taught table manners, meaning they were taught the proper way to chew, to use napkins, knives, and other cutlery, and how to take proper size bites. Furthermore, children were also taught about their place in society, which resulted in a specific location they would sit at a table. Elizabethan girls would be instructed on how to respect and obey male members of the family and would be taught about house duties and sometimes music and dance. The only authorized textbook, and most teachers use this as a guide for grammar exercises. Hornbooks were used for the younger children's learning in grammar schools, and these were pieces of oak wood shaped like a paddle with the alphabet on parchment paper, which was protected by a laminate. The hornbook also included on it the Lord's Prayers, the Creed, and oftentimes the Ten Commandments.
In short, the education system in the Elizabethan era was very different from ours today in relation to how they were taught, treated, and who would attend school.